Hello. Okay, good morning. Hands to our heart. Take an inhale, and we'll set an intention of wellness and go up with the arms. Take an inhale, lift your hands, lift your heart. Take an up. Exhale over. Breathe into this side rib cage half moon. Inhale. Up and over. Breathe into the side half moon. Beautiful. Take a breath. Enjoy. Exhale, bring the hands out, let the feet go wide, and we're going to take the arms into circles. So inhale to lift and up. Now as you're ready, your arms go further and up. One more. Now the arms are going to stay out. The right foot is going to point towards the same wall that the right toes point towards, and you can bend the right knee a few times. You want it to eventually land over your ankle. Now we're going to move the arms, so it's going to be like a big half circle. So you go over, good, and there's no wrong way. You're just basically warming up. You might even touch your forearm to your thigh. You might go deeper, and one more dynamic before we hold. Now the forearm can rest on the thigh, and the other arm goes over your ear. If you feel like you need to go lower or can go lower, you're welcome to. This is for you to discover where you feel today. I like that. 10. Yeah, your arm might want to go behind. 9, 8, 7. There you go, rotating that body. 5, 4, like reaching through the fingers. 3, 2. Now on your 1, exhale up. Pause for a moment, and you've got your thigh, your knee at 90. Hold here, and you're just starting to stretch that neck by looking over your hand. Breathe in. Act like your arms are big hawk arms spreading out. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Now the left hand is going to go back, and it'll touch your thigh. The other arm goes up and over. Now the trick on this one is keep the front knee over the heel. This hand is just light. It's never pushing hard on the knee. Breathe in. Oop, there, it feels like it gets deeper as you're there. 8. Good. Even just stretching through your fingers and elbow. Good, Jean, that looks really good. Take one more inhale. Now as you exhale, you come back to vertical. Let's straighten the legs. Now I'll have to scoot in a little bit, so if you need to, go ahead and take 5 more circles with your arms. Breathe in, they might be bigger. Up, 2. They should be feeling warmer, and then you're going to stretch out the hands, lift your left toes and face them the same direction that your left fingers are. Now the left knee, it's warming up, it's bending, it's straightening, it's bending, it's straightening. You want to notice, does it go in line with your heel? Then leave it on top of your heel and stretch your arms out. Now the arms have a little bit of a vinyasa, which is up and over, up, back. You may go a little deeper. It's your breath that dictates the cadence. Don't worry about what anyone else's cadence is. It's your breathing. You feel how that body's warming up. What we'll do is hold our position. So the forearm might very well be on the thigh. The other arm might be over your ear. The hand that's on your thigh could go to the floor, but it does not have to, because it's individual to your body and your day. That's it. And that shoulder behind the back is another fun option. Just explore. Check your neck. Is it a good plate? Yeah, like that one too, Karen, like that. Check your neck. If you need to tuck the chin or look down, that is just fine. Breathe. When you breathe really long, full breaths, you're telling your body it's okay, it's calm, it can relax here. It starts to get comfortable with the stretch. Now take another inhale and power up, power up. Now take your arms out like you have a cup of soup in each hand. Look over the left hand. Spread out. I like to think of tug of war or eagle wings. Good, you might be able to bend your front knee a little bit more, Jean, about 90 degrees. Yeah, there you go. Yep, that's it, Jean, hold that. Now you're building arm strength, you're building leg strength. Take the backhand to the back something, thigh, hip, calf, something back there that helps you stretch the front arm. Good, still sink at 90 degrees. In the front knee, it's a strong squat on one leg and it's a long stretch on the other. If you can look up, great. If you need to look ahead for your neck, that's okay too. And notice it keeps going. The posture just keeps changing. We're going to breathe in. And exhale. Stretch out the arms, straighten out the legs, walk the feet in together. Ah, Samasthiti, or step, good. Grab a sip if you want it, and I'll meet you back there. I'm gonna bring my drink over and take off my socks. So this time, we do a little pyramid pose. This is for the hamstrings. Your right foot's forward, your left foot's back. On railroads, again, you guys notice I do shoulder stretches a lot. This is so that we have easier posture and we don't have pain or frozen shoulder. I always think of the Richardson girls, we don't want frozen shoulders. So now the fingers can interlace, maybe, or namaste behind you. Some type of shoulder release. Exhale, keep your legs long, but put a marshmallow in each knee and go forward. Oh, there it is. Shoulder stretch, hamstring stretch. I'm gonna look at you. Good. Yep. And hinge forward like a table. Jean, yep. Your neck is easy. You're good, Karen. You may be able to energize your back knee more, Karen, just a tiny bit, but never hyperextend. Yeah. You might be able to chin tuck Michelle, I think. Yeah, just that tiny bit. That's it. Most of the cues I give to you guys are very subtle, just like very tiny, but it makes a nice, you can feel the difference right away. So just those little cues. When you're ready, your hands could go on your thigh. Now you can focus on your leg and don't worry about your shoulders. You might even go a little lower and bend the knees. You don't have to, but shake out your neck, relax. We're going to take that breathing in, and as you're ready, exhale and push. Now you're going to go into a bit of a back bend here. Arms up, heart up. Hands come to your heart, and you're going to land softly next to the front foot, and then Samasthiti. Take the other side. The foot goes back, and take about 3 to 5 big arm circles. Inhale, lift, and circle. Breathe in. Breathe in. Neck is also part of that too. Interlace your fingers or namaste reverse. Now take an inhale and exhale, hinge. Your neck is soft. Everybody looks good. Yep. Good. Pyramid pose. You might even take your hands down to the thigh or the knee or the floor, and you might just shake out your neck. You may be lower than you were before with a little bit of a knee bend. You should still feel your hamstring, that's our goal, but nothing painful. Good, the belly of the muscle, never the knee, never the sit bone. Left hip steers back, right hip steers forward while you're here. Now you're going to inhale and start coming up. And if you ever need to adjust or pause for blood pressure, that's good. Just listen to your body. Go up with your arms, inhale. Breathe in, hands come to your heart. The back foot lands softly next to your front samasthiti. Beautiful job. We're going to go into a 5-pointed star again. Open up your legs pretty wide here. This time, lift up your right toes and face them towards the wall that your right fingers are foot facing. Reach out like this is triangle. Reach out, reach out, reach out. And then your hand comes down. Your left arm can come up, which is pretty classic. I love the arm over the ear for that side stretch. Listen to your body. What do you need? I just always need side stretch. Hold that. And it's such a nice one for shoulders. Preventing rounded shoulders and the back. It's almost like you're rotating your upper back towards the wall behind you. It's as if you're behind. Good, that's a nice one, Michelle. It's as if you're on a wall. Yeah, try rotating your back, your upper back. Yep, stretch out through the fingers, nice. This one feels good. Oh, everybody looks so good. We're going to take another inhale. Now, as you exhale, you can come up. Now, your wrists are over your ankles. You're in a sort of a neutralizing position. Lift up your other toes, reach out. All right, that's about where you can go. And then when you can't go anymore, that's your place for your hand. So you never have to force it, right? The bones will tell you. Now, the arm could be up or I like over. You could try it out. Breathe, rotate the torso. The bottom shoulder, it's still down the back. I know it'll tend to want to kick forward, but we don't want it to. Working on your balance as well. We're gonna reach, take another inhale. Exhale, just do the best you can to come up. Feet soles together. Now step or jump or walk the feet in, hands at the heart. Samasthiti, and then grab a sip if you'd like. Good job, guys. Those look like they're easier, like they're making sense. Not easier, but making sense. We're going to open up the arms and legs like a 5-pointed star. Now take an inhale. On the exhale, come down. Your hands will probably land around the ankles or maybe the feet. You're gently pulling and you have a little bit of a neck release here. Breathe. Inner thighs. Bring your hands to the floor and use the floor for a little pinch, a little help. And then you can add on interlace fingers.
Now, your hands can go to your elbows and you just dangle it out. Just let it shake out or rotate or just loosely let go. We're gonna walk our hands more forward to hammock pose. So imagine down dog meets wide angle pose. This is hammock pose and hold. 5. And then walk yourself back. Walk your hands to the hip bones and pause it halfway. Now at this moment, you may need to adjust your blood pressure by pausing more, but when you're ready, come up. Slide into a back bend. Elbows could squeeze together. Yep, breathe in, and I like to have a slight chin tuck here so the neck's not creased too much at C1 occiput where the skull meets the neck. Bring your hands to your heart, step, jump, or walk together. Hands at the heart. Woo, nice job. Now lift and spread your toes a few times like you're trying to be big in a fan in your feet. And now leave the left foot down and try your right foot coming up to a position of comfort, tree pose, Vrikshasana. You can do any kind of arm you'd like. Arms up, arms stretch, palm press, namaste. Balance. We're always going to address balance every class. And this is so important for a component of health, for quality of life and longevity. Good. Make sure your ribs are over the pelvis and not leaned over to the side that the arm's back on. Sometimes that'll happen. Good. Breathe in. All right, you're going to place your hands at your heart, lower your foot, and then take your toes and lift them up and lower them. And then the other foot comes up. It could be calf. It could be just resting on the foot as a modification. It could be on the inner thigh. Switch your arms if you'd like. Notice I'm trying to keep the hips level and not kick the hip out to the side. Breathe in real fully. And then we're going to let the hands come back to your heart. Nice job. The foot comes down. Samastiti. We're going to add on. Back to the mat. And go out. So this one is a fun challenge that kind of puts those moves together. Go out. Possibly go to triangle again. So you remember how you put your right hand down to your thigh or shin? That could be your pose. Now you're welcome just to take a different arm position, or you can stay there in triangle, or you can put your fingers down on the floor, lift up your left leg, lift up your left arm, and just stretch out. So you get to choose 10. Keep opening. We're going to take a big inhale and soften your knee and take it back about 4 feet deep. Arm stretch, pivot, other side. This is where you get your breathing back if you felt like you held your breath. Now go into triangle. That could be your pose. Maybe you just change one thing, an arm, maybe behind you. Or, good, Cheryl, I love this pose. Shift up, open up. Another trick could be you use a yoga block under the hand to get used to that. Breathe in. Softly land. So it's like you're a mountain lion. Oh, bobcat. Let your feet together, hands at the heart. Okay, now this one's super fun. Quad stretch. You're lifting and spreading your toes. Put one arm up and behind you. And you're hand goes to that foot or ankle. Now, for a moment, just stand tall. That way you can really get your quad and your psoas. So it's good for low back. Now, we're going to take an inhale. If you care to add on, you can push your foot into your hand. Take another inhale. Slowly start coming towards neutral, and you can feel the transitions are part of the yoga. When you're ready, your breathing is back. Your other arm comes up and around. Your hand goes to your foot. Your one arm goes out. Pubic bone pulls up, ribs pulled down. I like it. Your hips look level. Good, Michelle. Breathe in fully. Now, as you're ready, you could push your foot into your hand. And notice how that shoulder feels so good. It's like a big opening on the shoulder too. Good. As you lean, you may have to tuck your chin a little so there's no tension. Keep going. I tend to want to do circles this morning. 5, 4, 3, 2, and breathe in. Come into a standing alignment, hands at the heart. Let the blood pressure go. Get a sip if you'd like. And we'll head on. And this is a warrior one pose, Virabhadrasana 1. Let your right toes be forward. Let your left toes, now I'm going to turn my foot out a bit, so there is a slight turnout on the back foot. Your front knee's about 90. Now we're going to take 3 circles here. So you inhale up, you exhale back. You inhale up, you exhale back. You inhale up, but this time you can catch your hands. Maybe you catch the elbows behind you. Maybe you do Namaste reverse. And we're going to hold this, heart lifts. The front thigh is 90. If you want it at a full version of strength, your legs can even separate it further apart if you want more strength. The modification would be legs closer together. Yep. Is basically doing a squat. Good. Breathe in. Now on your exhale, we're going to put the hands beside our hips. You're going to hinge forward, get ready, balancing, warrior 3. Now you're trying to be one long line. If it's too hard to be vertical, you just go into a diagonal plane. Welcome. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now let your feet come together. Samastitihi. Notice how you feel? Now we're doing the other side, warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. So your left thigh stays up front, your right leg, and I like to try to challenge this transition. Send it about 4 feet deep and land softly. Foot out, slightly turned out. Check that this knee's over the heel. Let's go up in our circles. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Now the hands can stay somewhere interlaced behind you, holding onto your elbows, or Namaste reverse behind you. Now you're going to just check our cues. So the left knee's on the heel. That left thigh is strong. If you want this to be a harder pose, stretch your legs out further apart. If you need it easier, come in closer. Your heart lifts. Now breathe in fully. Enjoy the miracle of the breath. It's driving all the body functions without our even telling it what to do. It's making our brain work, our heart, our lungs, our organs. Breathe in that miracle. Feel the strength in your leg. Feel the stretch in your back leg. Feel your heart open. Now get ready. We're going to put our hands beside our hips like a rocket. You're going to hinge. Now, right now, you're getting ready to transition. Try to push up. Warrior 3. See if you can go to parallel to the floor, but don't worry. The modification is just a diagonal. 10. So you notice we're deliberately challenging balance in different places. 5, 4, 3, 2, take another inhale. And on the exhale, gently come back, hands at your heart. Notice how you feel. Grab a sip if you need it. Now we are going to take half moon. We did it at the beginning as a warm up. It's going to feel considerably different now because of all the layering of posture benefit. So lift and spread your toes. Now first just go up, and on the exhale go over. That is a half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. If you care to add on, you could put your foot over the other. Now your lateral line of your leg is on the stretch. Good, Cheryl. Your hand can come down, and you can make it your own, meaning rotate. Flip the arm maybe. Just see, what do I need today? Breathe in. It's a move. Even though I say hold the pose, it's a dynamic occurrence because your breath will change the posture. Your body may deepen into a stretch. Enjoy. Breathe in. Take an inhale. Just keep reaching, keep pulling, keep lengthening. And come up. Now your hands can catch, your feet can uncross. Before we do the other side, just put your hands at your heart. So even after all the stretches we've done, I feel like my right side is now 2 inches bigger or more spacious. So just notice what it does to you. Go up. Now you can catch, you can go over, and you're kind of pulling on your own arm here. If I were there, I would help gently pull your arm and then cross your foot. So you're kind of pulling your own arm here, your own assist. That added an element all through the leg. Your hand can come down. You can add rotation. You can spin your hand. Press into the feet so you feel really good and secure. Take a big breath in and inhale, and then exhale to come back. Your hands come to your heart. Notice how you feel. Now, this is a couple of options coming up. So the first one is right foot over the left. Rotate to the right. So that's an option. Now, if you just hold, you'll feel your upper back stretch. Option, if you care to lift up your right knee and make it a harder pose, your left hand can hold on to the outer right knee or thigh, and you hold a one-legged rotation. 10. Breathe in. Now you're going to try to rotate to the front. Your hands are at the heart, and you lower your foot. Wonderful job. That foot goes over. Option 1, arms out. Exhale, rotate to your left. Now you may decide to stay here, or you may pick up your left thigh, and you're about parallel to the floor on that thigh. Your right arm's on the outer thigh. 10. Take that inhale. And then exhale. You start facing front first, then you lower. Fabulous job. Now, for kicks and giggles, lift and spread your toes. Take tree pose as the first layer. So it could be here, it could be here. I'm going to add on to this. Those of you that have been here the whole class, you saw we've already done tree. You can make it what you want. Or, yep, you know what I'm doing, Cheryl. I bet you $10. So you're going to take these two peace fingers, take it around your foot. Now you see my foot's off my leg. That may be plenty. This one's possible, holding on to the big toe pose. 10. Breathe in. Now we'll try to make the transition or pose and hands together. Whew, very good. Lift and spread your toes. The possibility one is tree of some sort. And I saw how you added on, Karen. It's like if you already did tree, you can always do something like a shoulder opener or a higher tree or a longer pose. So your possibility is 2 fingers on the big toe. Breathe in. Slowly transition. You guys are doing great. Hands down, good. Grab a sip. We're gonna meet for one called Ardha Chandrasana. And you'll notice in yoga, there are at least 3 poses I can think of with the Ardha Chandrasana as the main part of their name. And another name for that is crescent pose. But this crescent pose is, I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see, right leg at 90 degrees. The left leg is further back than warrior one. Lunge, basically. Now the modification would be legs closer. This leg's strong. Open up. Now the pubic bone will pull up with your abs and the ribs will pull down. That way you have a little bit of ab tone protecting your hip and your low back. Now another arm position I really like too is like a field goal pose. That way if you have any tendency towards upper trapezius, boy, it just gets rid of that, doesn't it? And your shoulders and your chest open. You can imagine you're on a desert mesa looking over a cliff, not too close, but just seeing beautiful cottonwoods at the base, a river, big rocks in the background, big birds, fresh air. Take it all in, wherever your beautiful place is in your mind's eye right now. Now, breathe in, hands together at your heart, hinge forward, get ready, try to, in one movement, land. Excellent, good, good, Michelle. Okay, here we go, about 4.5 feet deep. Now, the cues, front thigh 90, knee over the heel, back leg, the heel's off the ground on this one, arms up, or feel go. Sometimes I like to just move the arms a little and they'll tell me where they need to be today. This little movement that we do in a posture is called Vinyasa. So open, heart, ribs pull down, pubic bone pulls up. Breathe into your heart. Breathe into your heart. And look, good. Good. Put yourself on your beautiful place in your mind's eye. Your safe place that your creativity flourishes. Your hands come to your heart. Hinge forward a little. Now get ready. Inhale. One movement, if you can, land. Wonderful job. Grab a sip. I'm going to tilt the screen down about an inch. That way, because we're going to be on the floor more. That way you can see my entirety and you have this better view of down here. Okay. When you're ready, inhale,
up, exhale, down. Now I'm in view, right? And then your feet can go back into a down dog. At first, just press your heels down. Bend one knee and bend the other. Bend one knee and bend the other. Bend one knee and bend the other. I like also lift both heels and lower both heels. Lift both heels and lower both heels. Now leave the heels down and hold. Release any tension in the neck. Shins down in some type of child pose. Now, you can even bend the elbows here and pat yourself on the back. And hands to the floor, knees to the floor. Now, cat-cow, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round and lift. Now, you can stay here, or if you would like to do a different articulation, that is a little bit more arm weight. Your heels go back into down dog, you curl through your spine, you do an up dog here. You tuck the chin, articulate, lift, and inhale, tuck, lift, inhale, tuck, lift, inhale, tuck, lift, inhale, and tuck. Really good, guys. I'm gonna have us put our knees down. This is called the frog pose. I will give a couple of modifications if this doesn't serve you. So for frog pose, your knees go wide. Your big toes can be towards each other. And I'll just demonstrate, but then I'll look again. You can put your head down on the arms. I'm gonna look. The modification would be bound angle, where you're seated with the feet in front of you. And Betty, do you have a good inner thigh stretch? If you don't, you can move your hips back. I see, Michelle, you look like you should have one. Jean, you look good. And your neck should be easy, like it doesn't hurt at all. You've supported it with your pillow or your arms. It's one of my favorite inner thigh stretches. Take another inhale. And then as you're ready, come up and then take a moment to grab a sip. Place your fanny somewhere on the mat that you have enough room to roll back. So you see how I have a whole body length behind me? Maybe like front third of my mat with my booty. So you roll down. One idea, you're going to do it slowly, is to let your hands help you. If you don't need them though, let go. Try to imagine each vertebra like a pearl putting down a necklace, or just one at a time. You could even move your heels out about now. Gently squeeze your legs together, scoop the abs, pull them in. Now a full body stretch. Breathe, stretch, fingers, toes. Let your feet go on the floor, and you're going to do another spinal articulation up and down, and just keep doing bridge. You notice we do, every time we do a side stretch, we do a rotation, we do extension, and we do flexion. Those are the ways that your spine every day wants to be moved for optimal health. And you're as young as your spine. There's an old saying, you're as young as your spine. So we keep it the healthy way. So lift your hips. Now there's a few fun variations. Interlace your fingers underneath the low back. Walk the shoulder blade flush together. See if that one's a nice one for you. Breathe into your heart. Breathe into your gut. Second variation with the arms, take them overhead and let the palms face the sky, but the arms are like a T or a Y. Hold. Breathe into your heart. Breathe into your gut. And lower. Now your right ankle to your left thigh can come into figure 4. If you care for a pillow here, sometimes that helps you reach the hips more or make your neck not feel at all out of alignment. This is a great one to rock or move your ankles to. And your neck even, if you just kind of move your head right and left, you feel your neck letting go. Breathe in. Try the other side, ankle to thigh. Reach your hands through the window, and you're gonna even rock or move your toes or letting out a sigh, a long exhale will help release any tension in the body, in the mind. There's nothing to figure out now. There's no past or future. There's just this moment, and you're letting yourself enjoy the moment, the breath, the letting go. Your muscles, how they let go when they know they're in a safe place, that you're stretching them with care. Your back, your neck. Take another inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to lie on your belly. I'm going to turn just so I can see you, but you do not need to. So once you're on your belly, you can gently come up to your forearms. Now that's a sphinx. Or your hands, that's a swan, cobra, Bhujangasana. The heart opens here too. Breathe in. Bhujangasana or cobra is also esoterically about shedding your skin. So like a snake gets rid of what doesn't serve it, and it comes into the newest part of it or the fuller part of it. Or like when you declutter something and you kind of feel this energetic freedom. So it's a good letting go of what doesn't serve you, coming into the part that does serve you. So it's a sort of like a happy where I am, here where I'm going. Breathe in. Now exhale to lower down, again, like you're putting a pearl down one at a time. Now the hands can come by your sides. Breathe in. Lift up your legs, breathe in. Neck soft. Lower for a moment and interlace your hands or just rest them on each other so your hands
help you get a shoulder stretch.
Awesome shoulder flexibility, guys. Lower and try the other hand position. Good. And your shoulders have opened up. Lower. And then one more swan or cobra or sphinx. So forearms or hands. Neck, I like to just sort of move the neck intuitively. So see if you tuck the chin, does that feel good for you? If you look over your shoulder, if you stretch it diagonally. Breathe in to your heart. Exhale low. And a child pose or puppy dog pose, pull the toes under to get a foot stretch. Breathe in. Have a seat. One arm is going to go up and back, fingers away. This is called the rack. Breathe in, up and away. You're going to lift your heart. Good job, guys. Now for a moment, try to spread your toes, like the pinky and the big toe are trying to be far away from each other. Breathe in. And exhale down. Good. Now you're going to take an inhale to roll down. Make sure you have enough of that floor behind you. Take your right leg over into a twist. Your hand is going to be on your knee. Your other arm could do 3 to 5 circles if you care to. You're going to be leaving that palm open to the sky, looking that way. Take another inhale. And we're going to realign the spine, right leg long, left knee down, twist. Your right hand can help your knee out to be in a place that feels supported and stretchy, and your arm could do circles, and you're leaving the left arm out eventually. gently come back. And if you have a foam roller or a block, you can put it under your hips. Either one will do, and you don't even have to. I'm just offering it as a bonus hip flexor stretch. So Karen, you may like to do that. Cheryl, that would be really good for the hip too. The one leg's in the air, and it's on a, actually Michelle too for your back. So your legs in the air. This is a hamstring stretch plus a psoas opener. So this is so nice for your back. The leg that's in the air, it's a hamstring stretch in the belly, never the knee or the sit bone. You might even cross the midline a little. On the foam roller or the block, you don't have to exaggerate the leg movement to get a good stretch. And out to the side a little bit, might feel good. It all feels good. You're going to be switching up the legs and let the other leg pour down and just notice how good that feels. This is rejuvenation, nourishment. It's you calibrating to you, letting everything in the world go and remembering who you are. The leg in the air might just tilt a little bit over. You can play a little game where every exhale, you just let go of some tension that you don't need. Your mind, your jaw, your hand. Go out to the side a little. Now there's a neat one. Oh, it's hard to come out of these really good stretches, isn't it? It feels so good. So the next one could be that you just take a double leg long over your foam roller or your block. And feel free to adjust the mat. I'm sorry, the yoga block or the foam roller. You want to feel super comfortable. Generally, the mat or the foam roller is near where the glute meets the hamstring. And relax. Slide the feet on the floor for a moment. Lower your hip and just see how flat that feels. In the next move, if you care to do a Shavasana, you can. I'd like to offer that your legs go up on the wall and the hips go up on the block or a foam roller. Breathe in and let yourself be in a beautiful place. So earlier I had you on top of a desert mesa, looking over canyons full of beautiful cottonwoods that are golden, like little coins glittering in the wind along the river, hawks and bugles. You may have another place that comes to your mind's eye, but just for imagine you're in that place, letting go, healing from the nature, communing with the eagles, the sun, totally healthy, no cancerous rays in our imaginational sun, the blue sky, the fresh air. You are of the same miracle that is in your nature scene. Now we're going to slowly take the block or foam roller out of the way and come into a seated position. And let your hands come to your heart. And one hand over and then the other, and just rest. So you can imagine that in your mind's eye of that beautiful place that we were just in or you were in, you can take some of that air, some of that cloud,
and place it in the hand. The palm of your hand has a little hollow, and that little beautiful place that you were just is in your hand now, part of it, like a stone that's polished with the beautiful inscription of the word peace and tranquility. One side has peace, one side has tranquility. Breathe it all in. And then just notice how good it feels to know that that's in your heart, that's in your cells, that you're part of the same miracle energy that created the worlds, and you have that peaceful place. That imagination is such a powerful way to create the hormonal cascade that creates all the wellness and healing, all of the places where creativity comes. Today, I intend to stay connected to that same miracle energy that created this beautiful world. I'm going to hold on to, in a calm way, I'm going to hold on to that calm and peace, that tranquil place. I'm going to set the tone of my own vibration wherever I go today. So we'll take a moment to set that intention, and with so much appreciation to you guys, thank you so much. Wonderful, wonderful job. I'll see you tomorrow. Looking good. Bye, guys. Bye.